So last night during the debate, Michelle Bachmann brought up a topic.
Michelle Bachmann?
Do we have a Michelle Bachmann clip? Oh, that's our Michelle Bachmann clip. Michelle Bachmann brought up a topic that I'd been meaning to discuss for a while because it has become clear to me that it is a simple to understand yet clear-cut divide between the two political classes, and it's one of those where each side doesn't even understand the other side. You look at the other side and think, what is wrong with you? I mean, I thought you were smart, but you're obviously a moron. I mean, it's one of those issues where you're either on one side or the other, and there's no common ground. And I know that I've known that for a while now, and it was bolstered this morning. I'm watching MSNBC. I watch a lot of MSNBC. For a variety of reasons. It stimulates my anger bone that I get enjoyment out of.
And you're hot for Mika Brzezinski. Admit it.
And because I see the world a certain way, listening to people who see the world a different way, well, it hips me to things that wouldn't occur to me otherwise. They just wouldn't occur to me because I don't view the world through those lenses. Por ejemplo, Michelle Bachmann last night talking about how she fought for the Freedom Light Bulb Act. Watching MSNBC this morning, laughing at that, just laughing at how stupid is that? Who would and so one conservative pundit on there who said, well, she's standing up for America who believe in freedom, and they said, you're kidding, right? You're kidding. You think that makes sense? The whole wow, you're kidding. You think there are people out there that care about that? And he said, no, seriously, there are millions of people out there who think it's really a good idea that you get to choose, that companies can make whatever light bulb they want to make, and you get to buy whatever. You're serious.
Right.
You're serious. Wow. People actually laid their heads down on the desk laughing.
I think you've nailed it.
You're kidding, right? And so I was watching Chris Matthews while we were on vacation a couple of months ago. This is when this germ first started in my head about this issue being such a clear distinction. He was talking about the same sort of thing. When Congress tried to change that law that Michelle Bachmann was talking about last week so that we could get the freedom light bulbs back. Yeah. And he said, what is wrong with these people that want those old light bulbs that burn out? I mean, what is wrong with some of these Tea Party crazies? They're just these weird nut jobs who want the old light bulbs. They last about a day. I mean, how do you explain that mindset? Now, on my side, I can't imagine a world, can't even imagine that it has happened, where companies can't make whatever kind of light bulb they want, and we buy whatever kind we want.
Right, unless they're patently, horrifyingly dangerous. By the way, I read a devastating piece on that very same subject, and I'm trying to remember if it was Mark Stein or not, but it was about the recent busts of lemonade stands, and it incorporated the light bulb thing. And the point that the author made, whoever he is, God bless him, was that if they can tell you whether you can buy a little girl's cup of lemonade or not, they can't. Well, if they can compel you not to buy that, they can compel you to do anything. If you cannot claim the liberty to make that decision, you cannot claim any liberty at all. And if you don't understand, in the context of the light bulb thing or the buying a cup of lemonade from a little girl who lives next door thing, if you can't understand that in the context of liberty, and instead you laugh because we're only talking about light bulbs and cups of lemonade, I honestly, I don't know how to talk to you.
Well, you know, you can't talk to them, they can't talk to you. It's amazing to me, and it's what makes
I think I understand their point of view. I get their argument. I don't think they get mine at all.
It's what makes me pessimistic about things working out, about coming to some sort of agreement that is going to save the country. I mean, people laying their heads down and laughing at, you're serious. You can't be serious. You think people care about the light bulb thing? Yeah, I don't think I'm stupid. I think it's like really important, actually very important. And they're just laughing.
If the government can tell you what light bulb to buy and whether to buy a cup of lemonade, what can they not tell you? If the justification for denying you the liberty to buy a little cup of lemonade exists, then what thing you do ever can you claim you have the liberty to do in spite of what the government wants?
Not to mention the fact
there's nothing on that list.
Not to mention that the so-called better light bulbs have light that makes your eyes hurt. In my experience, they don't last as long. And if you accidentally break one, you need to call a hazmat team. Not to mention that. But it's just astonishing to me.
Yeah.
I mean, when you have that sort of it's like something can come up with your wife where you realize you're so far apart on this you shouldn't even go any further with the discussion.
Yeah, it's kind of a scary moment.
Yeah, we ought to just stay away from this one.
Okay. Ooh, how do we navigate this one?
For America, it's the light bulb thing and everything that goes with it.
If I might recommend a book, it's quite brief and it's very punchy. It's Barry Goldwater's The Conscience of a Conservative.
The way, almost guaranteed, and I'll shut up. Almost guaranteed that like Bill Maher or on Hardball Today, they play that Michelle Bachmann light bulb thing. Yeah. And Mocker, like, can you believe that was in the debate? How stupid is that? Crazy How stupid is that people care about their light bulbs?
Yeah. The beautiful thing about Barry Goldwater's The Conscience of a Conservative, and you certainly don't need to agree with everything he says, but is he hammers liberty, which is a concept that's, people are now laughing at in the land of the free, which ought to either scare the bejesus out of you or make you so mad you can't wait to go out and fight. Freedom, liberty, do they ring a bell? They're now a joke, Mr. and Mrs. America.